Dirty Laundry, your home for true crime online. Like, share, subscribe. Tonight, the Behavior Panel. They've been one of the few legitimate interviews that suggest the innocence of Don and Candus. Is Don doubling back to the only group that feel that he and Candus are not involved in the disappearance of Summer Wells? This is the final few minutes of their evaluation from Candus's and Don's interviews with media just 5 days after Summer went missing.
Yeah, I think they're being honest. I think the loss of emotion element, I think you're right there, Chase. There's some sedatives maybe involved. I think there are also maybe in that family or that culture, that specific culture, a different valuation on males and females, or that males must be valued more because they might be aggressive or violent, and especially their emotions need calming down. So I hear what everybody's saying there, but I think that might be at play around this piece, or certainly that's where I'm siding on this one. Chase, what do you got?
Agree with you. I think this is mostly truthful here, and I think any deception that we see is self-management, not projecting innocence. It's not out of guilt from a crime. But I think in this culture, especially in this area of the United States, emotion is not part of the game. And in a lot of these cultures, especially working construction or working in these jobs like this, the more emotion you show, the less stable you're seen as, and it outcasts you from a group of males. And females tend to adopt those behaviors as well, especially in cultures like this. Scott?
What I'm seeing here is I think you're right, Chase. I think the only thing we're seeing deception on is trying to hold back the information that they've been given about whatever that situation may be. I know we all discussed this a little bit earlier, so that's what I'm seeing there. Other than that, I think we're seeing them be honest, and we got those red flags there at the end. That still bothers me, but up to this, but I think overall we're seeing truth here, them being truthful and being honest. I think we're seeing their normal behavior, especially in a situation like this. I think they're acting normally. Greg, what do you got?
Yeah, so I'm going to take you down the path of an interrogator. I've interrogated a lot of people. When people give you too much information about a story, let me tell you what they don't give you too much of. Names of other people who could corroborate their story. They don't include the grandmother and the 3 boys and to go through the whole process before the kid disappears. She was over at the swing. I went away to do something. I came back and she's gone, is how people typically lie. Omission, leave it out. They don't parade the child in front of 3 kids that the TBI is going to talk to and the grandmother that the TBI is going to talk to. Have the whole story about Candy and all that. It's not the kind of too much information you typically get. You get too much information about she stubbed her toe and they take you away and they chaff and redirect. I can't imagine that someone who has had a run-in with the law, who's trying to hide something, would say, hey, let's include the kids. Let's include this. Let's include that. It just doesn't make sense. So while I see a lot of red flags in normal behavior, remember, if I've been in trouble with the police and I'm under high scrutiny, it doesn't matter if it was a long time ago. That's still there. And I'm missing a kid. And I just had some domestic issues recently. All that's going to raise your fight or flight. I watched his cadence throughout this whole thing. It was pretty damn consistent throughout the whole show. Now, I'll also say her red flag was probably the most disturbing. But as you said, Chase, it can turn off all kinds of emotions. Drugs can. And so let's leave it at that. I'm going to say we're mostly seeing truth. And I will say this, if they're lying to us, wow. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe.
Since a lot of the red flags involve Candus, it's unfortunate that she couldn't join them for the interview. It would be a chance to set the record straight and clear her name on quite a few things. Apparently Don is going to be the family spokesperson from here on out. Candus is the first-hand witness. Don is a second-hand witness, but this is the best we can get. But what are we going to do about those pesky red flags? Like the one where they hardly ever mention Summer by her name? Their son's reaction during the interview with the news? And what about the odd finality in their tone? Summer had only been missing for 5 days. They were pretty sure she wasn't coming back. They even point out Candace's spike in emotion only when she talks about the boys. Yet they find a rationality for each one of these weird behaviors. Okay, I hope you can hold down your pumpkin spice lattes. But Mr. Internet has landed himself another primetime interview. Let's just hope that the behavior panel can call him out on his lies this time. Let's not forget why we're here. Summer Moon Utah Wells is 5 years old. She's a white female. She has blue eyes, blonde short hair. She's 3 feet tall, weighs 40 pounds, and was last seen in Rogersville, Tennessee on June 15th of this year. If you have any information about Summer or her whereabouts, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Thanks. Just want to take a second to say a special thank you to Bella 2021. She's been here with me now for some 8 weeks since I first started, and she's been sometimes brutally honest with me, but she's been very sweet, very supportive, and there are quite a few people that have been here with me since the beginning, and I'm getting close to 3,000 subscribers, so I just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate it. I never thought it would get this far, so thank you. And God bless you. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon with something fresh. Bye.